But anyways, we were talking about the Bears earlier, and now the Bears officially have the number one pick in the NFL draft, thanks to the Panthers being absolutely horrible. What do you think the Bears should do? Because they have just like the Bears. They've been playing better recent weeks. They have Justin Fields, who seems to be developing. They got DJ Moore, solid receiver. They're gonna have two top 10 picks. Like, what do you think is in the Bears' future? Should they trade Justin Fields? Should they draft a quarterback?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The Bears have had the number one pick twice, right? And the first time they passed up, it was fine. They traded back Bryce Young, number one overall. So who they really passed up on was C.J. Stroud, having one of the great rookie seasons of all time. Okay. Now we go on to the next draft. You got a deep quarterback draft, and you got Caleb Williams. So Caleb Williams, like last year, Caleb Williams was seen as the guy, right? That's the number one overall pick. He's generational quarterback talent, etc. So you're gonna pass up. You're gonna pass up on C.J. Stroud and Caleb Williams. If you pass up on these two players, who are you passing them up for? Are you passing them up for Mahomes, Josh Allen? Who are you? Because it's very rare. Most teams in the NFL are not passing up these two shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're passing up these two players for Justin Fields. Now, Justin Fields is not a bad quarterback, like you say. He's playing better the past couple of weeks or past couple even months. But Justin Fields, like there was still their actual pick is what in the top 10, right? So it's not like he's really leading you to anything. Like he's the type of guy like he's good, but is he good enough to pass up on these two players? Because if you pass up on Caleb Williams and just every quarterback in this draft, that means you are committed to the point where this is your guy for 5-10 years. You pass it up on Stroud and Williams. And if Williams balls out, Stroud's already balling out, and Fields is either just mediocre, slightly above average, or if he's bad, heads will roll, people getting fired. That's ass. The Bears have never had a good quarterback in their life. They had Sid Luckman and Jay Cutler.
That's very true.
They've been 100 years plus, and they never had a good quarterback.
I don't think they had a quarterback pass for 4,000 yards ever. I don't think.
And that's
like
ridiculous.
In their franchise, which is it's 2024. Be for real.
Literally top 3 oldest franchise in the NFL. You have a chance at getting a generational prospect talent. You already passed up on CJ for Justin Fields. Now they go get Marvin Harrison Jr., bro. You get Marvin Harrison, pair him up with DJ Moore. Like, to me, the keys to winning a Super Bowl or being in a deep playoff run, you need 3 things. You need a franchise quarterback, you need a really good to great O-line, and a really good to great D-line. You get a great D-line, you get pressure with 4 people, that helps your whole entire team, right? If you get a good O-line, obviously the run game opens up with that. Obviously, the quarterback has time in the pocket. You got a franchise quarterback, because a lot of these teams that win Super Bowls don't have the super elite wide receivers. Mm-hmm. They don't have the super elite running backs. They usually have a D-line to get pressure with 4, elite O-line, and a franchise quarterback. Is Justin Fields that guy? They have O-line and D-line deficiencies, but is Justin Fields, is he the franchise QB? That's what you start with. Is he that guy? You pass up on 2 of them, potentially 2 at least with Caleb, because we got to see what he does. Yeah. Is he that guy? That's all I'm saying. I don't know if he's that guy. So I'm getting Caleb. That's what I'm doing.
What about you, Greg?
All right. So what you have said by far is facts. You have not said anything that I've disagreed with. My perspective and my approach about this is I don't give a fuck about these Chicago Bears. They just don't. They don't exude until they get rid of whatever is in the front office and whatever in the coaching staff. Like, until they address that, I'm not going to have faith in whoever they finna put faith in. Like, for me, I'm not fans of Chicago Bear fans because they'll say dumb shit like, we got Mitch Trubisky when Patrick Mahomes was right there. And I'm here to tell you, Patrick Mahomes would not be Patrick Mahomes if that nigga was in Chicago. Y'all would have never, you would have never set that nigga up for success. I'm not saying he would have been a bad quarterback or a bust, but the way that nigga was set up with Andy Reid and Tyreek Hill and all those weapons, and he had the confidence to just say, fuck it, Tyreek is down there somewhere and make plays, that's what just made that nigga turn into elite generational talent. I don't think that happens in Chicago, especially during that time. I think Mr. Trubisky did more than what was, supposed to happen. Low key, I feel like he was supposed to do even worse because he ain't got the skill sets as Patrick Mahomes. So all I'm saying is that I get the premise, and if this was a competent organization, hey, fuck it. Didn't we just have a whole article come out 2 months ago about how niggas just openly stealing shit in the Chicago arena? Was that Chicago or was that somewhere else? I think
it was.
Niggas just stealing $100,000 of real equipment. Niggas forgot about that. Niggas just brushed that shit under the rug. Niggas said, fuck it, Justin Fields, fuck this pinky up. We not gonna talk about it. Nah, there's some real things going on here. This is not a hot take because I really think this is factual. Chicago will fuck around and be like they next door neighbors, the Detroit Pistons, if they don't fuck around and just establish within the organization in the front office. Like you gotta figure that shit out. I'm afraid that you gonna get Caleb Williams, and the best thing that can ever happen to you, your best case scenario is that he turns into Andrew Luck, but just ends his career 2 years earlier. That's your best case scenario if you do not establish something better than what's happening. Now, of course, people can turn shit around. Like, you can definitely have a situation like the Arizona Cardinals, even though they look bad now, but you draft Josh Rosen, and then the very next year, you go and draft Kyler Murray, but niggas don't understand that they, fired that head coach as well that first year, and niggas gave them flack like, you just fired a head coach 1 year into a season. You just got rid of a quarterback 1 year into a season. What happened to development? Hey, when you got that guy, you got that guy. That's cool. And I'm not saying that Caleb Williams can't go there. I'm just saying it better not be, hey, we drafted Caleb Williams and we keeping everything else. Nigga, you better do some other things. That's all I'm saying.
Now, see, I think if they draft Caleb Williams, that means they fire the coach, they fire the GM, they starting over from scratch.
Everything.
But a report actually came out. I was gonna be like, I think, but no, I know a report came out, and they're leaning towards keeping like everybody. The coach, I don't think they should keep the coach, but I digress. The GM and Justin Fields, because after that last game against the Falcons, like the fans were cheering, like, we want Fields. Literally every player in the locker room is like, oh yeah, Justin Fields, we want him. DJ Moore on the table, like, yeah, we want Justin Fields. If we don't have Justin Fields, who would we get? Is what he like legit said. And I was reading a news article about it, and some players, they were just like, why should we start over again and get a new quarterback? We had a solid team last year when we had, Roquan Smith, and then we ended up trading him, and that, set us back. And now we have a quarterback who's developing. Trading him would set us back again. I think they're going to keep Justin Fields because the players are ready to try to compete. And if they keep Justin Fields, they can trade that number one pick and get a whole lot, because somebody gonna want Caleb. Somebody's gonna give up a king's ransom for Caleb Williams. So they're gonna be able to get him, get a receiver, get a lineman. I think they're gonna be good, or not good next year, but they're gonna be much better next year.
I can see them staying with Justin Fields. Like, I can see all scenarios. I can see them saying, hey, yo, fuck this nigga Justin Fields. We gonna get Caleb. I can also see them saying, nah, we riding with Justin Fields. Unfortunately, I feel like both scenarios, you said it's a win-win. I think it's a lose-lose. It's a bad situation. Because I don't trust their organization from head to toe.
If they keep Justin Fields, bro, I'm sorry. I know earlier, if you look at my podcast, I was cooking Justin Fields, and he's made improvements. You've made improvements, bro. But like, if you passing up on all these players, because they have another pick and it's in the top 10.
Yeah, they have the number 1 and number 10.
That's fair.
Yeah. So with the number 10, like, bro, you need to scrap that. You cannot keep that. I think NFL and NBA different. If you suck in the NBA, you could be terrible for many years, and it's kind of like You're just in obscurity. But if you're in the NFL, if you suck, people are gonna they're gonna notice. It's the NFL. It's just more people watch you, and the Bears have sucked for literally probably your entire existence. Like they've sucked for many years. They only had like one like season here and there type of thing. Yeah. Justin Fields, bro, Caleb Williams. If you pass up on Caleb Williams and CJ Stroud for Justin Fields better ball next year. That better be offensive player of the year. To me, he better be a Pro Bowler, second team All Pro. He better be special next year. Because there's no way you do that. I don't care what DJ Moore says. Obviously, DJ Moore, his opinion matters to an extent. But I mean, bro, you're not the GM, bro. You don't make the decisions here. I do. If you're the GM,
nigga, you just got here.
Oh my God.
There's no way you make the decision for me. The fans saying I want Fields. Bro, ain't nobody care what you care, but if Caleb ball, or if Caleb's balling for someone else, maybe in your conference, say he go to the Giants and he balling, doing well for the Giants, and Justin Fields injured or he's struggling. How you look? I ain't gonna be. I swear, I'm not gonna be the guy. This is what happened last year with us getting a quarterback. Some people wanted Davis Mills still for the Texans. I'm not gonna be the team that passes up on this guy and he goes to my rival and destroys me. I'm not doing that. I said, you pick CJ or there's a mutiny in this bitch. You better pick CJ because I'm not watching Davis Mills anymore. And he going to Indianapolis and ruining me. No. So if you Chicago, bro, don't be the team. I know you could trade back, get a king's ransom, whatever. Cool. You try to build everything around Justin Fields, but it mattered. Justin Fields has to be that guy. You got to be with him for 5 years. He has to be that guy. And if he's not that guy, that's the biggest mistake you've ever made, bro, straight up.
I mean, for what it's worth, what if they end up, like, with Justin Fields, like, he's never going to be you should never say never, but I don't think he's really ever going to be that drop back quarterback. Like, he's always going to have to, like, running the football is always going to be a very, very, very big element to his game, no matter what. Like, he's not going to end up ever playing a game where he can be a traditional drop back passer. And so just if they do keep Fields, they got to lean all the way into that. And I think that could work. But just like imagine they trade Fields or whatever, get, like a second round pick or something. They draft Caleb Williams. Like, the organization is still terrible. Like, it's still a trash team, like Greg said, trash team, trash GM, all that. Watch Caleb suck. And then Justin Fields goes somewhere else and starts balling. Like, he goes to the Falcons or something, who already have weapons like built in for him. Like, imagine that. Like,
I mean, it can happen. It can happen, but at the same time, do you want to be that guy? I don't know. Like, it's one of those things that if Caleb sucks and then Justin's good, I can live with that a little more because that was supposed to be a generational talent type of guy. That's just I have bad plot. If I do that to myself and I just pass up on the generational guy, and I do it twice. It's not like my first time. I did it twice. Look at CJ Stroud. Do you think Chicago wants CJ Stroud over Justin Fields right now?
I think they will want CJ Stroud.
So now we doing it twice. Is it that worth Justin Fields? If it is to y'all do what y'all do because y'all not me. Y'all not my favorite team. Y'all do what y'all want to do. It's y'all pick. I'm just saying, bro. I ain't passing up on that twice, bro.
And they not me either. Me personally. I just think that I don't know. I think we putting a little too much stock on Caleb Williams, like he the best QB in that class.
I mean, you just say
when there's obviously that nigga in Washington, that nigga Penix is that nigga, in my opinion. I know that he's not gonna go over
he won't.
Caleb Williams. He won't. I mean, nor should they. But it really does come down to what outweighing the cons with the cons, because the pros are always going to be there. Like, which consequence are you willing to take on the chin if all things go wrong? That you didn't draft generational talent, or that your generational talent stunk that shit up. Like, it went horribly bad.
And the one I'm picking is I'm picking the one where I picked the generational talent and he sucked. I'm not picking the one where I pass up on the generational talent and he ball out of his mind. Nah, there's no way. I can't be that team. Everybody getting fired. That set back the organization 5 to 10 years plus.
Ain't supposed to get fired anyway. That's my problem. Like, yo,
they should not keep. No matter, like, they should not keep them. But they're going to. It's stupid.